Okay, so I totally did not see anything that happened in this chapter coming at all. I mean, seriously, nothing, no part of this chapter at all that I think would actually happen. All right, all right. Admittedly, I thought Anna sacrificing herself for Agnolia. We all saw that coming. We all saw that coming a mile away as soon as the character was introduced, and she said she had a plan to take him down. We all knew this was going to end up happening. Which, this actually completes my theory that Hero just does not want Lucy to have any blood relatives. I mean, he killed her mom before we even got introduced to the character. Killed her dad just after the two reconciled and started having a normal relationship. And now, even before she even meets Anna, her great whatever grandmother, before she even gets a chance to meet her and find out she has another blood relative running around, he killed her off too. It just goes to show that Hero does not want Lucy to have any blood relatives. But yeah, leaving aside the fact that Hero has this blood vengeance against Lucy's family, I did not expect Ichigo to sacrifice himself in order to take out Agnologia. I did not see that coming at all. If you would have told me that when Ichigo was introduced, this character, this joke of a character, would have been vital to taking down one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful villains in all Fairy Tail, I would have laughed in your face and called you crazy. But look what happened in this chapter. If it wasn't for him, Anna would not have been able to steer the ship right into Agnologia, leading him right into the time lapse. So, fuck. Ichigo saved the day. Ichigo is the fucking hero of Fairy Tail. Who would have saw that coming? Okay, so now, admittedly, they pretty much say in this chapter that any member of Blue Pegasus could have been on that ship and flown into Agnologia. It didn't have to be Ichigo. But Hero obviously has a big thing for Ichigo. Ichigo is obviously one of Hero's favorite characters because let's look at it. Throughout the character's history, every time a member of Fairy Tail needed him, or there was a big boss fight and they need him to show up and he's part of the arc, he shows up at the end and does the impossible. He shows up at the end and does what needs to be done. And he's pretty much been the MVP of this arc. I mean, even before this arc started, when they went to go save Makarov, Ichigo was there for the rescue. When they needed to get out of there, Ichigo showed up. Admittedly, he was the last than the rest of Fairy Tail members, but whatever, he was still technically there. When the war arc started, he was the first member of Blue Pegasus on the scene. Admittedly, again, it's because he got left on the ship and no one bothered to send it back to Blue Pegasus. But still, he was there, showed up when Alexis needed him most, gave him a helping hand, helped take down one of the Spring and 12 members. And then, what happened? When Acnologia showed up in front of Wendy and Urza, when they needed him most to get him out of there, fucking Ichigo showed up, swooped them up in that ship, saved their asses, and now, in today's chapter, he sacrificed himself to take down Acnologia. Now, admittedly, Acnologia is probably not dead. Acnologia, I have no doubts it's probably going to come back in a few chapters, because we have 10 chapters left, and in this chapter alone, both of the main bad guys were taken out. So at least one of these two had to be revived. And so since we didn't see much of Acnologia's death, and the fact that he can eat pretty much any type of magic, it's I'm pitting my bets on the fact that he is going to be the one to come back. Now, that's not saying Zeref can't come back, or Hero might be pulling a Naruto scene where the two main bad guys, the two main threats that we thought were the biggest threats, after they're taken out, a third threat comes in, which could still be possible. Although I would actually really hate that because I hated that in Naruto and I would hate that in this series. But yeah, the two big bads are done. Acnologia got taken down by the time lapse, and Zeref, surprisingly enough, was beaten by Natsu. Now, I don't mean that as in Natsu I didn't think could actually win. We all knew Natsu was going to end up defeating Zeref. But I didn't expect it to happen in this chapter. I even said in my last review that I completely doubted that this was the end of the fight. Because usually in the shonen manga, when the final fight is happening between the main character and the biggest bad guy, they're usually, if the fight's going to end, they usually end it in that same chapter when they're doing their big wind up for the final attack. They don't save it for the next chapter or the beginning of the next chapter and then use it there. So I completely doubted that this was going to be the end of the fight, but Natsu defeated him. Now, admittedly, some people are going to call bullshit on this because basically the way Zeref describes Natsu's attack, Natsu basically put his emotions into the attack, and I know it's been a big thing for Fairy Tail fans. The whole, friendship thing, that whole Nakama gives me power thing has been a big part of the series. At this point, we just gotta let it go, people. We just gotta let it go and accept it. It's a part of the series. It's been here since the beginning. Just forget about it. But yeah, now that Zeref's done, I'm not sure exactly what's gonna happen next. I honestly don't know what's gonna happen next. I'm a little bit worried something's gonna happen with Mavis because at the end of the chapter, when Natsu says, "Hey Mavis, I'm leaving the rest of you. I'm tired. I can't do this anymore," and she gets up and is like, "Yeah, I got this." Her eyes are her eyes are dead. It's like either someone's controlling her, I think, or she is just like completely just done with all this shit. Like she's completely like, alright, I am done. I don't want any part of this anymore. I'm just gonna do what I have to do right now, and then I'm done. I'm out. I'm gonna kill myself if I have to, or something. I don't know what the fuck her plan is. It just those eyes worried me. Because usually when you see like, and Hero made sure we saw those eyes. And usually when you see eyes like that in a character, that means they're not even conscious, or they're dead, or like something's gonna happen. But yeah, other than some kind of bombshell happening with Mavis next chapter, I honestly don't know what Hero's gonna do. Because the two main bad guys are dead. We have either 9 or 10 chapters left, depending. I don't know. I heard 10 chapters today, but this chapter might have counted in at 10. With all those chapters left, and the two main bad guys both assumingly beaten, the only option is basically throwing a third bad guy. That's literally the only option, because the time lapse took out Acnologia. Now, again, like I said, he might be able to eat the time lapse magic and come back even stronger. Who knows? And Zareth admitted himself that he can't move his body. He's down for the count. So unless he somehow is able to like steal Mavis's power and that helps him out and heals him some way, there's no comeback for him. So maybe some third bad guy. We didn't see Lucy in this chapter. We didn't see Lucy Gray and Happy in this chapter. And we know she's having some kind of curse effect because she's using the Book of End. So maybe that will play into it some way. Because that storyline still has to go on. We still have to, conclude that. So maybe, I don't know, maybe my theory, or the theory that I got on God Aksharam coming back and, affecting Lucy, maybe he'll have a bigger role to play in this. I don't know. We've already seen the God before. We've seen the God before show up in the Avatar arc. So wouldn't it be that unbelievable that he'd show up in this arc? Or who knows, maybe Natsu. Maybe Natsu's end power will fully awaken now that Zareth's been defeated, and they'll have to take him down, and it'll be a whole thing. I don't know. I honestly have no idea what the fuck's gonna happen next. But I can't wait to see. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop me a like, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Comment down below your thoughts and theories on what's going to happen next in Fairy Tail and what you thought of this chapter. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.